second order logic. Okay, so here we're learning about second order logic. See, first order logic is an extension to propositional logic, and second order logic is an extension to first order logic. Okay, so there were many things which were not possible in first order logic. Okay, so those things are made possible in second order logic. So whatever limitations were there of first order logic, they are covered in that tried to covered in second order logic. Now, first important point is we were using quantifiers in first order logic. So what are the two quantifiers? Exponential quantifier and universal quantifier for all as well as there exist. Okay. So quantifiers were possible only with respect to variables. FOL quantifies only variables. Okay, not anything other than that is not possible. But SOL, that is second order logic, can quantify over relations also. Okay, so let us see with this description. So for all P, for all X, X is such that X belongs to P or X does not belongs to P. So if I give you this with an example, you can consider that P is nothing but second year classroom. Okay, second year class students. For all X, X is any random student. It is a variable. So I say that for all X, for all the students, take any one student. So that particular student can belong to second year, or that particular student cannot belong to second year. I can say for all X, the X can be my whole computer department students. So we can say for all second year or for all the classrooms, X student can belong to the classroom or to that particular set, or it cannot belong to a particular set. So what is P? It's a unary relation. You either call it as a relation or you could call it as a set of individuals. Okay, and X is what? Every individual. So every individual can belong to the set or every individual cannot belong to the set. Okay. So SOL quantifies over relation, over set, over function and other variables, whereas FOL was quantifying only variables. Okay. Now in okay, looking further, I can say that SOL is more expressive as compared to FOL. Expressive power is increased in, like, there were few things which I could not express in first order logic. Here I can express. How? So the way is, in first order logic there was no way to tell that A and B are having some property in common. Okay, A is a predicate, B is a predicate, and those predicates are having any property in the common. I could not express it in first order logic, but here in second order logic I have a way to express it. Okay, here it recognizes as formally valid certain inferences that are not first order valid. So just see here, I'm trying to explain it as there exists P such that P of A and P of B. That means there exists a property P such that A is also having that property and B is also having that property. Okay, so among A and B there is a property common. So this way was not allowed in first order logic, but it is allowed in second order logic. Fine. Example, A is also cube and B is also cube. So I can write it as cube of A and cube of B. So cube is a property which is present with A also, and cube is a property which is present with B also. So both are having cube property in common. Okay. So this wasn't there in FOL. In first order logic, we can quantify over individual, but we cannot quantify over properties. Okay. So here it is possible to quantify over the properties. There's one more example, one more difference what can do. So if second order logic simplifies the expression of things. Let us see how simplifies the expression of things. Now imagine what I want to do is I have two objects and I want to say that they are of the same shape. So what I should have is, I should have, talking about first order logic, what I should have in first order logic, I should have the predicates same shape. Then I can say same shape A comma B, that is A and B are having the same shape. But you just imagine, suppose that predicate same shape is deleted from the blocks language. You don't have that predicate. So what you will do in that case, you will have to write like that. You will have few shapes. Okay, cube is one shape, tet is the other shape. Okay, these are the three shapes you're having. So I'm saying it is taking the first shape A and B both are having first shape, or A and B both are having the second shape, or A and B both are having the third shape. Okay, so this is one way to express in first order logic. But now what is the issue with this particular point here is that it doesn't express. If I want to say what was my sentence in English, A and B are of the same shape. So using this statement, using this predicate logic, I can't, it doesn't mean, it means the same actually, but machine will not understand, it won't be able to link it with that they are having the same shape. Okay, otherwise what I'll have to do, I'll have to add this predicate. So what now, how to express this particular statement in my second order logic is, I will add the predicate shape, add predicate shape to the blocks language. Okay, so on adding, what I can write it as, the shape predicate is added. So cube is a shape, tet is a shape, and dodec is a shape. So all these three shapes are added to my knowledge base, or I can call it as blocks language, whatever you want to say. So further what I'll do is, there exists P, shape P and P of A and P of B. That means there exists a shape called as P. Shape can be, suppose P is cube. So there exists shape cube, and A is also having the cube shape and B is also having the cube shape. In this fashion, we can represent the second order logic. Okay, and order logic is used more because first order logic has completeness theorem. Second order logic is not having that completeness theorem. So comparatively, first order logic is used more. Thank you.